Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to a roundup of some of the latest news from the world of Formula One over the last week. Kicking us off then, and Daniel Ricciardo has issued a warning to Red Bull saying that the win in China will not be enough to convince him to stay at the team for 2019. As I'm sure you all know by now, Ricciardo is out of contract with Red Bull at the end of this season and has been heavily linked with possible vacant seats at both Mercedes and Ferrari. And although Ricciardo's drive in China undoubtedly raised his stock among the top teams, he is very much keeping his options open. I want to be with the best car because I think the weekend proved that if I've got the opportunity, I can pull it off. I can handle that pressure and that intensity. If we can win a few more now with Red Bull, then that looks very attractive. If not, then I guess there's probably other options. Obviously the win helps, but if we were finishing 6th in every race this year, then that's not the most attractive option to me. However, whatever Daniel Ricciardo decides, he doesn't intend to sign any long-term deal due to the impending rule changes. I don't want to sign anything too long because I don't know where the sport's going. Ideally, I'd sign a 2-year contract. I think 2 years I could definitely be comfortable with, and then see it from there. That 3rd year will be the rule change, so I will probably wait and see what happens then. During pre-season, Dr. Helmut Marko said that a deadline had been set for the Aussie to make his decision. Now, there hasn't been much talk of a deadline since, and this week Christian Horner has been full of praise for his driver and seems keen to get the Aussie tied down to a new deal. He's a very rounded driver now. He's obviously at the top of his game, and I think he has been for the last couple of years. He's hit the balance of experience and pace. He's one of the best overtakers in the business, and his judgment is impeccable in terms of judging a gap, getting the car stopped and getting it rotated. Daniel Ricciardo certainly seems to hold the key for the 2019 driver market, so let's make that the question for this week. Where do you think Daniel Ricciardo will end up for next season? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, with the question marks lingering over Daniel Ricciardo's future, one man who would be expected to take his place should he leave is Carlos Sainz. However, the Spaniard has said this week that he believes his F1 future could actually be with Renault. Definitely the future could be with Renault, and I'm ready for it if it comes. I'm loving it, especially because the team is just moving forward. Investment is coming, all the mechanics and engineers just feel this vibe. Of course, Sainz is currently still contracted to the Red Bull family and is only on loan at the Enstone team for the remainder of this season, and it is widely expected he would step into that seat should Daniel Ricciardo leave, but other options of course include Brendan Hartley and Pierre Gasly. Formula One bosses have set a deadline of the end of May to come up with a complete and final blueprint for the 2021 regulations. Chase Carey and Jean Todt met in Paris on Tuesday for what they have described as positive and constructive discussions about the possible changes for 2021. The FIA also presented the latest version of its new power unit regulations, with the engine to remain as a 1.6-litre V6 turbo hybrid, but with no MGUH. Something which of course was initially put forward at the back end of 2017. More discussions are set to take place over the next few weeks, with the FIA stating, "The technical department will now meet with the current and potential power unit manufacturers to discuss in more detail, with a view to concluding the 2021 regulations by the end of May." But despite the 2021 regulations still being very much up in the air, there have been some confirmed changes for next season. In a bid to improve the spectacle, there will be an increase in race fuel allowance to enable drivers to use their engines at full power for the duration of the races. This will also hopefully, and fingers crossed, remove the need for drivers to carry out fuel saving during Grand Prix, something us fans have been crying out for what seems like an eternity now. And just to give you the numbers, the fuel allowance will increase from 105 kilograms to 110 kilograms. Other changes for 2019, which had already been announced, of course, include separating the weight of the car and the driver, and the use of biometric gloves. There has also been talk of possible changes to the car's aerodynamics for next year. However, time is rapidly running out for those changes to be announced, with the FIA stating that discussions will continue on proposals relating to aerodynamics, with a view to taking a decision by the end of April, once research being conducted by the FIA in consultation with the teams has been concluded. Yet more contract talk now, and Niki Lauda has said that Lewis Hamilton will sign a new deal with the Silver Arrows and insists it's just about ironing out the finer points. It's just about the details. Lewis will continue to drive for us. Depending on the mood, it is sometimes more or less expensive. It always depends on how the last race went, but the money is not a problem. We agree in principle. Of course, Hamilton himself had previously stated that he would not be rushed into signing a new deal with Mercedes, and that led to claims from Red Bull's Dr. Helmut Marko, who loves to get in the mix with these things, that the Brit was playing hardball following the team's alleged courtship of Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen last season. I'll say that again, alleged. However, with talk of him signing soon having gone on since the end of last season, it's no surprise that the speculation over the four-time world champion's future has been rife. Obviously, a below-par start to 2018 hasn't helped dampen that speculation, and nor has Hamilton's apparent unhappy demeanour. And finally, Felipe Massa has said that Williams are paying the price for choosing money over experience and performance in 2018. As has been discussed, quite frankly, ad nauseum over the winter, the team chose to partner Sergei Sirotkin with Lance Stroll for this season, leading to inevitable criticism due to the fact both drivers have significant financial backing. It's true that the team was suffering from the financial situation, and I think they made decisions for 2018 putting money first, but this is not enough to make a competitive championship. All I can say is that I came out with my head held high. I have a good relationship with everyone at Grove, and I hope that the best for the team comes out as soon as possible. But I can add that I am happy to have made my decision last year. It may have been a very poor start to the season on track for the team, however off it there has been better news. Williams released their annual statement for 2017 which have revealed a significant rise in their profits. Williams F1 saw a rise of £8.9 million in its F1 revenue and also saw profits rise an impressive 30% to £16 million. The advanced engineering branch of the overall group also recorded profits, which saw an increase of £800,000. However, the Williams Grand Prix Holdings plc group, of which both of those previous branches are under, did see total profit shrink by £5 million. That is it from me. I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time for the first official F1 Word podcast, and of course, that will be live. So make sure you come along and join us for that one. In the meantime, now you can follow me on social media. Links to Facebook, Twitter, and to Discord are all in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean. This has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.